everyone, welcome to the Wafasa book readings. Yes, you heard correct. The book readings are back, and we are reading from Simon Sinek's book titled Start With Why. I hope you really enjoy the book, and let's get right into it.
Chapter 8. Start with why, but know how. Energy excites, charisma inspires. Rah! With a roar, Steve Ballmer, the man who replaced Bill Gates as CEO of Microsoft, bursts onto the stage of the company's annual Global Summit meeting. Ballmer loves Microsoft. He says so in no uncertain words. He also knows how to pump up a crowd. His energy is almost folkloric. He pumps his fists and runs from one end of the stage to the other. He screams and he sweats. He is remarkable to watch, and the crowd loves it. As Ballmer proves, without a doubt, energy can motivate a crowd. But can it inspire a population? What happens the next day or the next week when Ballmer's energy is not there to motivate his employees? Is energy enough to keep a company of about 80,000 people focused? In contrast, Bill Gates is shy and awkward, a social misfit. He does not fit the stereotype of the leader of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. He's not the most energetic public speaker. When Bill Gates speaks, however, people listen with bated breath. They hang on his every word. When Gates speaks, he doesn't rally a room. He inspires it. Those who hear him take what he says and carry his words with them for weeks, months, or years. Gates does not have energy, but Bill Gates inspires. Energy motivates, but charisma inspires. Energy is easy to see, easy to measure, and easy to copy. Charisma is hard to define, near impossible to measure, and too elusive to copy. All great leaders have charisma because all great leaders have clarity of why. An undying belief in a purpose or cause bigger than themselves. It's not Bill Gates' passion for computers that inspires us. It's his undying optimism that even the most complicated problems can be solved. He believes we can find ways to remove obstacles to ensure that everyone can live and work to their greatest potential. It is his optimism to which we are drawn. Living through the computer revolution, he saw the computer as a perfect technology to help us become more productive and achieve our greatest potential. That belief inspired his vision of a PC on every desk to come to life. Ironic considering Microsoft never even made PCs. It wasn't just what computers did that Gates saw the impact for the new technology. It was why we needed them. Today, the work he does with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has nothing to do with software, but it is another way he has found to bring his why to life. He is looking for ways to solve problems. He still has an undying belief. And he still believes that if we can help people, this time those with less privilege, remove some seemingly simple obstacles, then they too will have an opportunity to be more productive and lift themselves up to achieve their great potential. For Gates, all that has changed is what he is doing to bring his cause to life. Charisma has nothing to do with energy. It comes from a clarity of why. It comes from absolute conviction in an ideal bigger than oneself. Energy, in contrast, comes from a good night's sleep or lots of caffeine. Energy can excite, but only charisma can inspire. Charisma commands loyalty. Energy does not. Energy can always be injected into an organization to motivate people to do things. Bonuses, promotions, other carrots, and even a few sticks can get people to work harder, for sure. But the gains are like all manipulations, short term. Over time, such tactics cost more money and increase stress for employee and employer alike, and eventually will become the main reason people show up for work every day. That's not loyalty. That's the employee version of repeat business. Loyalty among employees is when they turn down more money or benefits to continue working at the same company. Loyalty to a company trumps pay and benefits. And unless you're an astronaut, it's not the work we do that inspires us either. It's the cause we come to work for. We don't want to work to build a wall. We want to come to work to build a cathedral. The Chosen Path. Raised in Ohio, 60 miles from Dayton, Neil Armstrong grew up on a healthy diet of stories about the Wright brothers. From a very early age, he dreamed of flying. He'd make model airplanes, read magazines about flying, and stare at the heavens through a telescope mounted on the roof of his house. He even got his pilot's license before he got his driver's license. With a childhood passion that became reality, Armstrong was destined to become an astronaut. For the rest of us, however, our career paths are more like Jeff Sumter's. While Sumter was in high school, his mother arranged for him to get a summer internship at the bank where she worked. 4 years after he finished high school, he called the bank to see if he could do some part-time work, and they eventually offered him a full-time job. Whammo! Jeff's got a career as a banker. In fact, after 15 years in the industry, he and a colleague by the name of Trey Moust went on to start their own bank, Lewis and Clark Bank in Portland, Oregon. Sumter is very good at what he does. He's been one of the top performing loan officers throughout his career. He's well liked and well respected among his colleagues and clients, but even Jeff will admit that he doesn't have much of a passion for banking per se. Though he's not living out his childhood dream, he is passionate for something. It's not what he does that gets him out of bed every morning, it's why he does it. Our career paths are largely incidental. I never planned to be doing what I'm doing now. As a kid, I wanted to be an aeronautical engineer, but in college, I set my sights on becoming a criminal prosecutor. While I was in law school, however, I became disillusioned with the idea of being a lawyer. It just didn't feel right. I was at law school in England, where the law is one of the last truly English professions. Not wearing a pinstripe suit to an interview could hurt my chances of getting a job. That was not my cup of tea. I happened to be dating a young woman who was studying marketing at Syracuse University. She could see what inspired me and what frustrated me about the law and suggested I try my hand in the field. And whammo! I've gotten myself a new career in marketing. But that's just one of the things I've done. It's not my passion, it's not how I define my life. My cause, to inspire people to do the things that inspire them, is why I get out of bed every day. The excitement is trying to find new ways, different whats to bring my cause to life, of which this book is one. Regardless of what we do in our lives, our why, our driving purpose, cause or belief never changes. If our golden circle is in balance, what we do is simply the tangible way we find to breathe life into that course. Developing software was merely one of the things Bill Gates did to bring his cause to life. An airline gave Herb Kelleher the perfect outlet to spread his belief in freedom. Putting a man on the moon was one goal John F. Kennedy used to rally people to bring to life his belief that service to the nation, and not being serviced by the nation, would lead America to advance and prosper. Apple gave Steve Jobs a way to challenge the status quo and do something big in the world. All the things these charismatic leaders did were tangible ways they found to bring their whys to life, but none of them could have imagined what they would be doing when they were young. When a why is clear, those who share that belief will be drawn to it and maybe want to take part in bringing it to life. If that belief is amplified, it can have the power to rally even more believers to raise their hands and declare, I want to help. With a group of believers all rallying around a common purpose, cause or belief, amazing things can happen. But it takes more than inspiration to become great. Inspiration only starts the process. You need something more to drive a movement.
Thank you so much for joining today's book reading. I hope you don't forget to like, comment, share to your family and friends, and be part of our beautiful community. Thanks for watching. Bye.